Hey guys and gals, it's Charlie. I just want to do a quick video amidst this COVID-19 pandemic to talk about um, weathering a storm when it comes to investing. I cannot think of, for the life of me, a better investment to weather the storm like COVID-19 or any other economic downturn than multifamily investing. And that's not just a convenient narrative. I honestly can't think of a better one. Let me deep dive into it just for a minute, right? Stock market, obviously that's down. Uh, I'm down tens of thousands. I'm not really worried about it though. I got 30 years to make it up. I'm just going to keep buying dollar cost averaging. I don't play those games um, because the real way to win in the stock market is long term, period. Um, when it comes to real estate, there's lots of things you can do, right? You could get an Airbnb, you could flip houses, you could buy shopping centers, you could buy warehouses, you can buy land and flip land, you can um, buy multifamily, you can buy single family rentals. Obviously, those are probably what you're thinking of, right? So let's think about this. You buy an Airbnb, right? And now you lost your bookings for 3 months, right? Now that's on you, plus your mortgage, and you may be impacted as well, right? People are losing their jobs. This is a big deal, um, and those people who are invested only in Airbnbs as their real estate portfolio should be scared. Um, and this is just to say, I'm not going to avoid Airbnb. In fact, I hope to own a couple in the future, perhaps one soon if I can get a deal after this whole thing kind of blows over. But you should definitely keep your portfolio expanded to something less risky when it comes to real estate. Um, so that's Airbnb. Let's talk about flips for a second. The housing market is slowing down dramatically. Prices will probably drop a bit to reflect that, but because this is not a real estate based crisis, I don't anticipate um, those prices to drop much like dramatically. But you should expect some lower prices. So if you're expecting to get market for your flip right now, you might have to hold it, turn it into a rental. Right? So that's something that can happen, and you can be caught underwater on a flip, which you don't want to do. A single family home, if you think about that, right? Okay, you buy this house, you rent it out to a tenant. What if that tenant now is out of a job and they can't pay, um, and they can't be evicted, right? Which I think is a good thing in the big picture, right? Um, but they can't pay. But you have to pay that mortgage, right? You might be able to get a waiver, but as an investment property, you may not, right? So just having one tenant under one roof is kind of a problem. Can be risky, right? If you have multiple single family homes, that helps, but then you have multiple mortgages to worry about if many of them can't pay. If you have multiple tenants under one roof, now that math gets a little easier if a few of them can't pay, right? Some of them still may, or some of them likely still will. Um, so then let's talk about something like I met a couple that's doing storage units. They're crushing it in storage units. But if you think about it, what things are people gonna stop paying for, right? If you have to put food on the table and pay your rent, right? You're gonna either take your crap out of storage or you're just gonna stop paying and say, whatever, obviously I didn't need that stuff anyway. You're gonna stop going on Airbnb vacations. You're gonna stop doing a lot of things. Um, but you are going to still live somewhere. That's always going to be true. Now more than ever, since we're all stuck indoors, which just drive me crazy as an extrovert. Um, but now more than ever, you're gonna be stuck. You are stuck with that rent or that mortgage payment, right? So, but here's the thing. Here's why I am not worried about my 24 units and the tenants paying their rents, right? You're probably screaming, well, they're not going to pay. Well, think about this, right? The government is literally going to subsidize, they're working on subsidizing everyone, everyone under a certain income to be able to pay their rent. They're basically going to give everyone a check so now they can pay, right? Your rent, your mortgage, whatever. Um, so if something's going to get bailed out first, it's going to be people being able to live somewhere, right? You can't let the crisis get so bad that nobody has a place to live. That doesn't make sense. We're all supposed to be quarantined indoors, right? So I'm really not worried. I fully expect some of my tenants will not be able to pay their rent, and I cannot evict them. And right now, I really would not want to. But I know that some of them still will be able to, right? And so that's why I'm not worried. Even if only if 60% of them can pay their rent, I can break even. I can turn off unnecessary maintenance and repairs, and I can break even. And I still have cash reserves. It's important when you're investing in real estate to have cash reserves. You do not want to put your last dollar and on the down payment of property and have no money to fix something when something goes wrong, or to be able to make a couple more mortgage payments for a few more months if tenants all of a sudden aren't paying because there's a global pandemic. Who knew, right? Um, so anyway, that's what that video is about. If you can think of, and don't say Bitcoin, if you can think of a better investment than multifamily real estate, I would be interested in hearing what you got to say. Comment below. Shoot me an email, charlie@CameronCapitalPartners.com. And we'll talk to you soon. See ya.